Welcome back. Let's play some more 10-minute games here on Shogi Wars. Good luck. Drop a silver at the king's belly. Here, let's play third file rook today. Actually, we can switch it up. This is called Cheerful Central Rook. And it's playable in this circumstance, in this move ordering. Here we go. The idea is if the bishops get exchanged in that move ordering, then bishop drop is countered. I forget exactly how, but a bishop cannot retreat here, so I can drop the bishop here to cut off its escape. That's the trick. And my king finds safety. And I threaten to bust up the castle, so usually... Well, I don't need to push further here. The silver cannot attack my center directly. And I have a castle. Yay me. So today's proverb is drop a silver at the king's belly. That might be difficult to achieve in this shape. I think there are many shapes where it easily makes sense to do that. We could cook here. That's risky. I could also just push, as I've done before. This always seems to work out, though I never understand why. But the king is where I should be attacking. Silver, pawn, pawn, takes. I think it's worth looking into. This, although it's a good shape, better shapes do exist. Yeah. Oh! Actually, yeah, that's a really good point. Now, I'm just morbidly curious, and morbid has this connotation of death with it. So, like, I am curious to the point of losing this game as to whether this attacking idea is good. It looks quite good. Um, If I take... If they take... If I drop... let's try this. I could have run the bishop first. I don't think running the bishop first helps very much. So if I had another general in hand, I could continue attacking here. Where is the king's belly? Fair question. Yeah, it's to the left or the right of the king. Am I really gonna sack my bishop here? That looks too interesting to avoid doing. Alright, wait. They can drop a piece right in front of my rook. We we would have sad days if my rook gets completely shut down. We're still gonna have sad days here because I was not reading correctly, but
7分
these days could have been sadder than they will be. Um, hmm. I wonder. Actually, let's push here. Alright, I have a pawn. A second pawn would have been really nice, but alas. Oh. Well then. Um. Hmm. What to do now? Interesting. Hang on. Hang. I'm not accustomed to this arrangement. Um. Nope. That hangs stuff for no reason. Dang it. Dang it. If I take here, and I drop here, I get something cooking. It's not enough.
?5 分
Mhm. I can't remove this knight. Man, there's so many fun ideas that just don't work here. Um, the onus is on me to find something that does work. Okay, this looks ridiculous, but what else can I do? Hmm. What can I do here? This bishop is still locked in the corner. It's still my opportunity to attack thanks to that.
3分、
This is such a lame attack, but oh well. I need to do something.
2分30秒、
Hmm. What else can I consider? There's a move. That is a legal move. Does it do much? Not really. But that allows me to do this. I've got legal moves, folks. We'll play them one at a time and see if anything positive results. On a side note, like, before you commit to this kind of attack, where you trade pieces on the edge and it just doesn't work at all, maybe spend more time thinking about your plan. Just, yeah, do what I say. Don't do what I do. And you might get better results.
2分、
yep, yep. That's only if you want to win, though. If you don't care about the result, just play any move. Doesn't really matter.
1分30秒、
Okay, we'll take that. Check. If the king escapes, I can take this gold. Hmm.
1分、
This is awkward. So I defend my pawn and hit the rook. Yeah, that's not the belly. Correct. We're demonstrating what happens if you don't pay attention to the Shogi Proverbs. You just play what moves look fun. You can still get an interesting game. There's nothing about putting a gold on the king's butt, but here we are. Um,
30秒、
I got 20 seconds left. Let's see if I can find a good move or two.
20秒
Whoops. Oh no, my rook. I mean, what can I do? What can I do? There's a fork.
10秒
I walk into the fork. I don't have time. Thanks for the game. 1 down, 2 to go. Good luck. So, do I have any interesting remarks to make here? I wonder. Oh, that's not good. This is kind of disastrous. Maybe I can... Well, no, if they open this, I can exchange bishops. I'm not dead. Never mind. It looks spooky. Um... This is a bit strange for both of us. Let's drop the pawn up here. And if they take a pawn, I can take a pawn. Hmm. Now this defends against like a bishop fork hitting this point. Uh, Where's my game-winning tactic? Be nice to have one, wouldn't it? Whatever, we'll just Oh, I've done this before. In a way that does not work. Okay. It's Let's try this one then. Last time I had the same position, I dropped the bishop here, and the silver just marched down the diagonal, one bishop exchange at a time, and I was in big doo-doo. So this time we'll drop the bishop here first, because that's going to make a difference. Maybe, if we're lucky. Probably not. um, if this pawn advances, then I can threaten bishop 5-5, which is easily rebuffed by dropping a bishop, but at least we try to make the position interesting. Hmm. Alright, I move my king to safety. Probably losing material here. This defends the pawn. They could drop a pawn. They don't. Wait. I can take a pawn. That worked out. Okay, I can take another pawn. I've got some pawns now. What do we do with pawns? Let's use them. Do I push the gold? Hitting the rook? No. Pawn drop, rook over. It doesn't win heavy material, but... Wait, no, rook over, I just take the bishop. That's pretty nice. Yay, tactics. Okay. My horse is trapped-ish. Well, almost. Um... Hmm.
7分
Here, let's do another tactic. Let's make use of the full file, or as much of this file as I can. Yay, tactics. I think they had to drop a pawn here to stop my nonsense. Now my nonsense goes unhindered. Let's take one of those. And one of these. I guess I'll defend for once. I'm threatening a rook drop here, which is another fork, but they'll drop a pawn that hits my horse. Um, sure, it'd be nice if I had something more compelling than the rook drop. Um, sure would be nice. Bummer. Oh wait, I can move this horse to do a fork. That doesn't require me to drop my rook. Um, I could also just drop a bishop way out here to defend the knight so they can't promote the rook here. Um, but then they can't pawn drop anywhere to stop that. Interesting. Um, there are too many tactics here. There's too many tactics. No. Man, it'd be nice to drop the knight and the bishop and the
5分。
rook in some way that I get to take this point for free. I just don't see it happening. Um, man. All right. Well, the rook drop seems more or less inevitable. Let's put that on the board. Because I just can't resolve this maze of tactics here. Um, next. What next? Alright, I attack the silver. Hmm. I guess I'll take the silver. I'm not seeing a better move. If the pawn moves away, I can take the gold and then take the dragon. Yeah. My opponent, of course, spots this. Um, well, shall we try to make use of today's proverb? It seems kind of fun if we can. Let's try. Silver at the king's belly. There it is. Yeah, we were waiting to set that one up, weren't we? I guess they could gold drop against it, but whatever. Um, well, um, hang on. There's stuff cooking here. Um, hmm, I guess we'll
3
do the
分。
obvious. So they can counter this with exchanging the rooks, but my rook is kind of useless at its current location. So I'm okay with that. Should I be okay with that? I'm not sure. They break off their attack, which gives me a free hand. Um, Okay then, I'll take this. Your turn. Mhm.
2分30秒。
I should have done the bishop drop down here. I don't know. It looked powerful. Um, yeah, we'll take the king, this to lure the king back in to tactics. Um,
2分。
I attack your dragon again. Hmm, fine. You want my horse? You can have it. At a price. It sucks. I don't know what to do. Oh man, this is so slow. But like, what's my opponent gonna do? Other than time me out. Um,
1分30秒。
run, gold, run. Why did I move that? There was no need to move that.
1分。
There was no need to move any of this. Why am I not using these lances? They're good lances. See, I just stack them. Look at them stack. Um, that's no good. That was a really bad move. That was an extremely bad move.
30秒。
mate into... Actually, no. Yeah. If bishop takes, I'm probably mated there, though. Knight takes pawn was a good idea. I missed it because I moved too quickly. Thanks for the game. 2 down, 1 to go. So, good luck. Yeah, I've been considering these days that perhaps... I mean, sure, okay. On this website, there is a current win streak event. Other players might care about this more than I do. Like, that game you saw me playing in opening that I've not played in, like, 6 months. And I play things because they look interesting, not because I'm good at them. But these days it's been occurring to me, perhaps my role in this ecosystem isn't one where I'm providing much educational value. Like, I can talk about these proverbs a lot, but I'm certainly, like, I used to do a better job putting these proverbs into practice than I am currently doing. And so from that sense, I seem to have, like, abdicated from a notion of trying to play, I don't know, instructive games. Seems I've kind of given up on that. So, where does that leave me? I'm playing more of an entertainment role than an educational role. And I guess that's okay. It has to be okay, because if it's not, like, what am I doing here? But it is just, I don't know. It's where I am, apparently. I almost trapped my bishop here. Let's not do... Oh, I lost my bishop for whatever. Should we resign? Maybe. Shogi Dad tells us to resign when we lose material. I should probably resign. Let's play on a bit. Yeah. Okay, the obvious thing would be to go directly at the bishop's head, but we're not going to do that. Instead, I'll take away the pawn that... I'll also control this square a bit better. Oh, incidentally, if I take this, they can exchange a rook for 2 silvers. Which maybe I should be okay with. Like, what else can I do here? Let's try this. The future's uncertain, but that's okay. Pawn takes, gold up, pawn promotes. I probably lose, but, you know, we went down fighting. My rook protects the center pawn, but my rook's an easy target. No, it's not. My silver covers this square. Alright, so we'll take the bishop. Rook's still an easy target, but that's okay. I was debating going here. Yeah, let's protect my pawn. make it not so easy for this bishop to do things. How do... Wait. Have I trapped the bishop? No, it can go here. It is extremely close to being trapped, but it's not trapped. Let's be careful. Through the power of being careful, I seem to somewhat be back in this game. Pawn drop here wins my gold, but I don't know. We're coming back somehow. Oh, yeah, that also wins a piece. So they're going to get 2 pieces for the bishop, probably. Unless... have I defended against all these various bishop drops? Let's chance it. Yeah, no, I've not perfectly defended against bishop drops. So we're just going to get this fork. Then they're going to drop the bishop here, and it's going to promote down there, and it'll eventually escape somehow. It's okay, though. It's fine. Um... Hmm. That prepares another square for the bishop to drop on. Um...
7分。
Yes, anyway. I'm doing more of an entertainment role than an education role. Part of that's because I'm not, like, practicing sumo shogi every single day. Hmm. Oh no, my rook. Whatever will I do? God forbid that they get a rook. That'd be the worst thing ever. Alright, so now what? um... Hmm. The silver's floating out here. It's difficult um, to make play out of this situation. Let's try this. I'm not... Oh, wow, really? And that... What? Okay. I don't understand. If the goal is to get a pawn in hand, that hasn't happened yet. There's some other goal here, but I don't see it. You get my rook, okay? This is what you wanted, right? Have some... I can... Like, one thing I can say on my channel is it's important to play with some kind of plan, unless you're just having fun. If you're just entertaining, then playing without a plan, I guess, is a way to play the game. But if you're trying to win, it's good to have a plan. Um, if you really want to win, have a good plan.
5分。
So I won some material, but obviously I need to give some material back here. Hmm. Oh, if they push this pawn, well, yeah, that allows a tactic I was trying to avoid with a gold fork. Um, really, I just want to bust this 3 general castle. I don't care if that costs me a bishop or 2 bishops or a rook or what. Um, I did deliberate, or I did consider rook takes gold first. Um, and somehow I imagined that they would take my rook and take my bishop on the same turn, so I rejected that. But yeah, if I take this gold, if they take my bishop, like, that's what I should have been doing. Um, that said, I'm doing fine here. I'm getting apparently a bit of assistance from my opponent. Um, not that I need it. So this is like Diamond Mino, but apparently stronger. Um, but I think it's fine. Oh wow. Actually, this could be fun. I was gonna reject this because pawn drop like forces me to sack the knight, but I'm fine with this sacrifice, so let's do it. Um, yeah, so this is a notion of activating your pieces, as we say in the chess world, or sabaki, as we say in shogi. Um, don't have passive pieces, because otherwise you'll see what happened the last 2 games, where I had a lot of pieces, but they weren't doing very much. Alright, looks like I get a rook. Um, I don't think I have anything too tricky here, so we're just going to play a more obvious move. Oh, so they have 4 generals protecting their king, right? You might ask, what am I going to do since their king looks like ridiculously well defended? How can I possibly hope to win this game? Uh, one person might say that Shogi is a game about capturing rooks. I might say it's about capturing kings, but that's not the whole truth, is it? There's another way to win a game. It's a bit tricky, but it's possible. And it was the subject of some discussion just this morning in the Harbor Discord server. How do you win a game when you can't checkmate your opponent? Hmm. Seems a bit difficult, doesn't it? Well, this has happened in the professional shogi world as well.
3分
Sometimes a player builds up an enormous advantage, but is unable to checkmate. Okay, well that sucks. Um, here. You just take my knight. You've been setting up this tactic for like 10 turns. I'm not gonna let you like win that way. Um, So, if your opponent insists on building a monstrous castle like this, there is yet another way to win. Did I get my piece trapped again? That kind of sucks. Okay, fine. I'll get a lance. I'll be okay with this. I don't need a million pieces to win. So, if I could just, like, stop blundering, that'd be great. But even with all the blunders, I'm still fine. We're still going to go forward with my plan. I might take a slight... No, I need to run my king up the board now. I
2分30秒。
can't afford to get distracted here. Yeah, let's go. Check. This is gonna be grueling. I'm probably gonna lose on time.
2分。
No. Maybe. We've got a grinder here, folks. Player who has had this situation before. Who understands the way that Shogi Wars works. They aren't going to let me get my entering king. Instead, I'm going to have to grind this win out as quickly as I can.
1分30秒。
I've got 1 minute 29 instead of 29. This was looking bleaker to me than it actually is. That's no good. So yeah, I'm the pot calling the kettle black here. Because I'm winning on time, despite playing terrible moves. Yep, that's our quote for today. There's another win condition.
1分
Doesn't have very much to do with Shogi here, does it? There we go. I played a couple good moves at the end of this game. It doesn't make up for my nonsense. Alright, well, that's 3 games. That's enough for today. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.